So I want to get into this first clip and I want to get your thoughts on it. So make sure you are chiming in the comments, you guys. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Who do you think is more romantic, men or women, and why?
Women, because we just think better.
Because we romanticize our whole lives.
I feel like I'm a hopeless romantic sometimes because I come up with so many scenarios in my head about like what I want to do with my partner or like all the fun things and all the cute things, just everything in between.
Why are most romantic songs written by men about women?
That's actually a really good question. I think maybe because they feel like they fantasize a lot.
Because men are horny and sexual. They sexualize everything.
What's the most romantic thing a man can do for a woman?
Think about her in every possible way.
Effort, yeah, just communication, I guess.
What's the most romantic thing a woman can do for a man?
The same thing. Reciprocate all energy.
What does it mean to be romantic?
Reciprocate energy.
Be thoughtful in planning things that show that you love them.
I think it means to show your love, care, affection, and consideration for somebody materialistically, emotionally, and mentally.
Why is a woman's love more likely something that needs to be earned through courtship than a man's love? Why did society set things up that way?
Because women are the prize.
If men have to prove their worth to the female, how is romance not just female worship?
It is, I guess.
Because women are better than men and they don't need to earn anything. Men need to earn everything.
And see, that's the problem. That's why I love these videos, because women are so delusional. This idea that the woman is a prize, but she offers nothing, but she wants everything from the man is redundant and ridiculous. And I think it's a narrative that has to change. And I think it's changing because the men have changed and the women are still out here being, just unrealistic. And no matter, and I said this before, probably several times, a lot of women, no matter the size, no matter how obese, no matter what you look like, whether you facially challenged, whether you're, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you look like, what walk of life you come from, who you are as a person, your character, your attitude, none of that matters. It's just men are supposed to just look at a woman who's got breast and a vagina and say, oh my God, she's the goddamn prize. Let me give her all my money. Oh my God, she has a vagina and I know I want some. Let me give her all my money. Let me just cater to her and buy her whatever she wants. Because as a man, this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to just give women our last, risk our lives, give our money, give all our resources, and cater to them till there's no end. And if they walk away and say, I don't really want you, oh, well, we just got to suck it up and we got to start from scratch. This is what they're telling men that they should do, basically. Essentially, hey, be a sucker, be a simp, be just go all out for every woman you meet. And this is what you're supposed to do the most while they just sit back on their throne, whether the throne is 600 pounds, whether the throne looks like a wildebeest, whether the throne is, masculine and talk like a man and say, bitch, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter if they masculine, if they gonna talk to you like a man, if they gonna disrespect, no matter what, you supposed to still be bowing down. Oh my God, yes, queen, honey, because y'all are the prizes. Ooh, I gotta do as a man. I gotta do this when she talks just as heavy as you. You the man. You supposed to do this. Biggest ever, a hot mess, colored hair, just a mess. Don't really take care, just anybody. Y'all supposed to just be if you ain't a real man in some of their minds or some of their eyes, if you don't treat a woman like that, just on GP, just on general purposes, meet her and oh my God, bow down to you, queen. What do you want? Because this is what we supposed to do as men. We're supposed to treat every woman that comes in contact with us like a queen. No matter if, she sit there and order $500 worth of food and eat it all in front of you. Like, just a mess. Like, you supposed to sit there and be, oh yeah, because you got a vagina. I better not say nothing because these women are the prize. And if I say something, I don't give them what they want. Ooh, I ain't gonna ever have a woman. Child. Let's continue.
Why do you think men don't reject the romantic model?
Because they want to do it, but they will only do it for the women they want to do it for.
I think it's the other way around. I think a man's love needs to be earned. That's why women have to wait for a man to get on one knee and say that I want to spend the rest of my life with you. We have to earn a man's love, and we have to be picked. That's why we don't get on one knee. Men get on one knee.
If men should masturbate to fill their sexual needs, why don't women read romance novels to fill their romantic needs?
A lot of times women do, but like I said, a woman shouldn't have to do anything. A woman should be attended to, like, without saying.
Now, see, and it always the ones that look like that. You know, I'm just saying that this is the ones that always think like that. The ones that are facially challenged and just may not even be the pick of the litter anyway, are the ones who have the most unrealistic standards.
Why should men have any obligations to fill women's emotional needs if women don't feel any obligation to fill men's physical needs?
Because once again, who is a man? Nobody.
Why is Valentine's Day and also weddings typically more about pleasing the woman than celebrating the couple?
Because that's just how the world made it.
Why are there more traditions to celebrate women, and would that make sense if we're living in a patriarchy?
Because women are the prize.
Because if it wasn't for a woman, there wouldn't be any men on this earth. So we should be celebrating women every day.
How can chivalry be dead if romance is still the cultural standard for men and women falling in love?
Chivalry is dead, so.
You believe chivalry is dead?
Yeah.
But how could it be dead if that's the cultural standard for men and women falling in
Because
love?
I don't think that's the same thing as being romantic.
What's the difference?
Being romantic is passionate, and that's opening a door for somebody, you know, like this common decency.
What's the difference between being romantic and being a simp?
I think there's no difference.
A simp is like you're basically being romantic to a woman that wants nothing to do with you.
Right.
Romance is like you're doing it to, like, for your person.
Exactly.
Being a simp is
I
just
agree with
doing
that.
anything for anyone at all, and being romantic is being with somebody you love and doing things you love for them.
How can you show love to a woman without putting her on a pedestal?
Do everything you can to make her life easier.
Do women put themselves on a pedestal, or does society pedestalize the women?
We put it on ourselves for sure.
So didn't women set the terms that they needed to be served and placed on a pedestal, which created simping in the first place?
Yes.
So if this imbalance is created by women, why are people blaming simps for women's bad behavior?
Because simps automatically assume that they're men. A simp can be a woman. Like, a woman do start a lot of things, but most people just like to blame it on men because nobody likes guys.
That's saying a lot. We could tell a lot of these women just hate men. And they hate to say it, and they just try to find all the fault in the world with them, but they really just hate men. You know what I mean? They want to call men misogynists, but they don't call themselves out for their misandrous behavior. They want to say that men hate women, but these women are very clear and open to the fact that they don't, and they're acknowledging that they hate men. Most women don't like men. That's why they have this disdain and all these negative things to say about men that they don't even know. And this is why it's so easy for them to put all men in this category, to say this is what they all do. And I'm like, nah, this ain't all of them. Maybe it's the ones that you came in contact with, and I'm not disputing that. You know, I'm not going to dispute your experience. If you've had experience with pookies and bad dudes who mess you over, I have no skin in the game. I'm not trying to refute what you've experienced, but don't refute my experience. You know, you can believe what you want to believe. I don't care, you know, what other people believe or whatever, but I'm not going to sit here and just go with the flow. No, because I know it's a lie, and I'm not going to condone that, you know, that type of behavior and those type of lies, because I know it's not true. And that's what the sisterhood bonnet crew is all about. It's about women sticking together, regardless to whether you're wrong or right, whether you're telling the truth or not. And that's just bullshit. I'm not going out with that ship. Let's continue.
Craziest thing you've done, or has someone done for you in the name of love?
Nothing. Like, restraining order crazy or romantic crazy?
What's the difference?
A lot is the difference. The difference is dating in your early 20s and your late 20s.
Do you feel obligated when somebody does some big romantic gesture?
Not necessarily. If I'm dating the person, then it just means a lot, and I'm very grateful.
Do you feel obligated when somebody does some big romantic gesture?
No.
Do you believe men initially do really nice things for women because they want sex?
Yes.
If so, why would a woman ever accept an extravagant offer from a man if she wasn't interested in
It's
having
hard
sex?
to. It's hard to.
Can you be more specific? What do you mean?
It's hard to accept romantic gestures because you know that's what they want.
If two people can ever love each other equally, or is one going to love the other one more?
I think one's gonna love the other more.
Is it true that whoever loves the other one less has the power?
Yes.
So if women want to submit to a man's leadership, wouldn't that mean the woman needs to love the man more than he loves her?
Yes.
So why do women think it's the opposite?
Honestly, I think it depends on the person because not every woman thinks like that.
Because men are supposed to lead, and if you lead, then we're submissive.
Should a man be expected to love a woman for who she is if a woman only loves a man for what he provides?
Honestly, in society, yes, men are expected to, but is it fair for it to be like that? Technically not, but if we're going, statistic wise, yeah.
Is there a difference between how men and women show love?
Yes.
What is that difference?
I think they're more protective and act like your father when they love you.
Why don't women show love to men in the same way that women want to receive love from men?
Because women are women and men are men and they have completely different mindsets.
What are your thoughts on the following statement? Dating for women is like shopping, while dating for men is like a job interview that he's paying for.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
We feel like they're runner-ups and contestants.
So we have nothing but options because y'all would fuck a tree if it had a vagina. So of course it's shopping for us, but for men it's a job interview because like y'all are so thirsty. We have to pick the right man. Like there's no demand for the supply. So of course we can go shopping for it because it's in abundance.
But then y'all don't pick the right guys. That's the thing. Yeah, there are more options for men because there are more women than men, but women still pick the wrong men and then complain about all men. So, to me, the female logic is flawed. The female logic is flawed. A lot of women don't really know what they want, and they're basing it all on a feeling. They're basing it all on how they feel and the vibes, and I think that's the problem. A lot of these women don't really know what they want, and they're just going after something. And if it makes them feel good, and the things that make you feel good are typically the things that are wrong for you. You know what I mean? I think women are the confused group. Let's continue.
But we are a lot more like coveted with our goodies, so that's why it's a job interview, because if you want to get in, you have to work for it.
If women have an abundance of choices, would women ever enter an arrangement where they weren't knowingly in control?
No.
So if women are the choosers, how are men the leaders?
Good question.
How can men lead if it's by women's terms?
Oh, right. They can't. They can't, baby. He be getting them. I love his channel. He really be tearing their asses up. They be stomped. Because it doesn't make sense. This is why I say these women don't want a leader, baby. They don't want no leader. They want to lead you. They want to call the shots. They just want your finances. They want your leadership when it comes to the money. They want you to pay for everything. This is why it's not an equal playing field. You want the resources of a man, but you want to tell him what to do with it. You want to be the leader of everything while he pays for you to lead. That's what they want. And I mean, that's it in a nutshell. You can ask any woman, look, you want a leader? No, you want a leader in the sense of financial stability. You want him to pay all the bills and work on your terms. That's why you want a man who make all the money, who can pay all the bills, pay for all the trips, pay for everything, and you still want to work, but your money is your money. They think men are stupid. I said this before. They think men are clowns. They want y'all to pay for everything while they sit back and just be fat as ever, eating oodles and noodles and do whatever they want. This life of leisure that just don't require no effort or responsibility on their part. They just want to sit back and be able to do whatever they want while you deal with all the responsibilities, all of the issues that come up, all of the problems where they could glide on easy mode with their wigs and bonnets and trips with their girlfriends doing menage a trois and come back to you smiling while you just pay for it. They don't want to be responsible for anything. All the benefit is on them. That's why I think it's BS when they say, oh, men benefit from marriage. No, the hell they don't. Not in this day and age, because what are men getting from these women? Well, how he benefit when he decides to get married to a woman that he believes loves him, and is gonna be there and have his back and be there for him. But just to find out she is a gold digging out on the streets just waiting to go hook up with other and do whatever, and chicks to do whatever she want to do, but she just got you there because you paying all the goddamn bills. And that's a benefit to who? That ain't a benefit to no damn man. And then when she get tired, once she done stacked up her coins, this ain't serving no more. I'm out. I just woke up and felt like God was telling me this ain't my husband. After all these years and all this money he done spent on you, you done got your coins together. Now God done spoke to you and told your ass, oh, I feel like I gotta get out of this. This ain't my husband, so I'm out. This is why men don't want to get married, because they realize this is some BS. Let's continue.
I have no clue.
Are men leading when they subject themselves to rejection at a woman's discretion?
No.
So then why do we say that men are leaders when women are in control?
We want you guys to lead while we're still in control.
Thank you for being honest.
That's crazy.
If we're told that the average man isn't good enough for the average woman, how is that not pedestalizing women and belittling men?
I definitely think it is. I don't feel like as society we view that as an equal playing field, but I don't feel like how we should view people. Everyone has a heart, everyone has a soul, and I don't believe that's how we should look at each other.
Why do men continue to pedestalize women while women continue to degrade men?
I think it depends on the relationship. I don't see all women degrading men, and I don't see all men degrading women. I think it just is up for interpretation and how one's relationship's going.
If women aren't expected to be with average men, then why are men expected to be with women past their prime?
I've been with some pretty average men, so I don't think it comes down to what someone looks like. I think as people's soul and the way that they are means more than what a look can.
Do you believe that unconditional love is possible in a romantic relationship?
Yes.
Or are people only as loyal as their options?
I think it's possible.
People are only as loyal as their options. That's always the case. People will always choose up. They will always choose up. And I agree. Choose up. Choose up, because your man will choose up.
Can you think of any type of love other than romantic love where money is an issue?
A dog. I love my dog unconditionally. He's broke. He's my best friend. There's nothing I wouldn't do for him. I'd for him. Shout out to Nacho.
So wouldn't that mean that romantic love is conditional?
It is conditional, because romance is not free. Romance requires work, effort. Sometimes it requires money depending on who you're with. So if you're not able to provide what that person needs to feel romantically in love, then it's conditional.
Well, wouldn't that mean that romantic love is conditional if money is a factor?
No. Okay, so there is possible for you to be in love and there is no type of financial relationship within it. Like, that is most definitely possible, and it's just not as common.
Well, shouldn't love be more about acceptance rather than expectation?
Yes, but it's 2025 and that's the evil world we live in.
Well, who's perpetuating that evil?
Society.
Aren't women half of society?
Women.
And aren't women in control of relationships?
But yes, at the end of the day, they're never wrong. So there's nothing you can say to make me go against women.
That's how a lot of women think. Oh, I never go against women. Women are always right. And that's what's messing y'all up. That's what's screwing y'all up. And y'all it's cute when you're 20 years old and you talking like that. But when you hit 40, it starts to look a little different. If you think like that, you're going to just be by yourself, boo. Ain't no man coming out here with all this money just to sit back and cater to you 24/7 while you sitting up here looking like Freddy Krueger. The Bonnet crew is out of control.